Well, the Supreme Court is putting the constitutionality of the Affordable Care Act in the forefront.
As Republicans look to confirm Amy Coney Barrett to the High Court, they may also succeed in repealing the law that covers more than 20 million people.
12 News' senior political correspondent Gerald Harris tells us where Mississippi stands in the fight over the ACA. Gerald.
Yeah, if Barrett is confirmed before Election Day, she could be able to hear oral arguments that begin a week after. The question on the table for the Supreme Court justice is, since there is no longer an individual mandate, does the overall law need to be dismantled?
Mississippi is a named plaintiff in the lawsuit to end the Affordable Care Act.
Back in 2017, where Congress went back and basically zeroed out the penalty for not having health insurance coverage.
It's known as the individual mandate. The Fifth Circuit ruled that unconstitutional. So the question before the Supreme Court is, without that language in the bill, is the law still viable?
One of the central challenges to the court is, did Congress intend for one provision to be found unconstitutional to bring the entire Affordable Care Act down?
And the ruling by SCOTUS will still have an impact in Mississippi despite the state not expanded Medicaid.
So we were in a pretty vulnerable state from a coverage standpoint pre-ACA.
Mississippi ranked near the bottom of people being covered. Now that the ACA has been in effect, people in Mississippi in some ways have benefited.
But one of the important pieces was the coverage for pre-existing conditions and allowing young people, I won't call them kids, but allowing young people in their 20s, early 20s, to stay on parents' health insurance.
Opponents say Mississippi cannot bear the cost of expansion, and a plan by the Mississippi Hospital Association would have had hospitals match the federal funds, but it didn't get much legislative traction.
Ultimately, Richard Robertson says no matter the outcome of the ACA ruling, there is still a significant need for people to get affordable health care coverage, and it needs to be addressed in Mississippi. We also asked the U.S. Senate candidates how they stand on this issue. Democratic Senate candidate Mike Espy said, in part, "I would like to see the Affordable Care Act upheld. If my opponent, Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith, succeeds in repealing the ACA, she will rip coverage away from 600,000 Mississippians with pre-existing conditions such as diabetes and asthma, and return us to the awful days where anyone with a pre-existing condition was denied coverage or charged more for care." On behalf of Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith, her campaign team says that she believes Obamacare should be repealed and replaced with health care that puts patients at the center of their own health care, not the government. She says if Obamacare is struck down by the courts as unconstitutional, Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith will work to ensure it is replaced with common sense, patient-centered reforms that better help Mississippi families afford health insurance. For 12 News, I'm Gerald Harris. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Gerald.